What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of One on One Talk. You know already know who it is. It's your boy Pico City. Um, how everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great, beautiful day today because it is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's the weekend. It's time to go out, have fun, kick it with your friends, your family, or if you're kicking with. Okay, so by that being said, gotta get the stuff out the way. You already know who this is. Do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to go to YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is Pico City One on One Talk PTSD. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. You can follow me on both of those platforms. Instagram is Pico38. Hit that follow button. You can also hit the follow button on, you already know what it is, TikTok. Hit that follow button on TikTok. So there you go. See, I'm all over the place. But before I start, you already know how to do it. I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank everybody for continuing to listen. I want to thank the people that support my show. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you for the comments. I want to thank you for the gift, the rebuttals, the gift back. It's a beautiful thing. But before I start, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to share the content and hit that like button. Pop, pop, pop. Hit that like button. Share the content with a friend. Share the content with a foe. Don't care, just share it. But we got a pretty well, it's not spicy. The spicy show was yesterday, but we got a pretty good show today. Ice, what's good? Oh, what's good, my brother? I went skating last night, man. You wasn't up there, but we got a pretty good show today. This was I was on my way home from work and messaged at my phone and they wanted me to talk about this subject. I put it on my page, but if you guys didn't see it on my page, the topic is it really a woman's world? And it's really a woman's world, and why men and women going towards the end. I mean, a dead end. Why men and women going towards a dead end? And is really our woman really the center? Well, I'm not gonna say the center of attention, but um, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, a woman's world. I was way off somewhere. Somebody sent me a message. I'm sorry, but yeah, is it really a woman's world? Because let's just break it down a little bit. We do hear that a lot now. It's a woman's world now because women is more black women are more highly educated than any other race. I think they surpassed white women. I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did. But you guys can check it out if you want to. I could be wrong, but I'm just spitballing. But yes, we know black women surpass more black men in educational wise. We all know that. It's always been like that because women went off better off their lives with education, and majority of the time the men prefer to work. So there's nothing wrong with that. Men prefer to work, but is it really a woman's world? Well, it all depends on how you go about looking at the term. Is it really a woman's world? Because it's a big world. Well, we already know who the rulers of the world is, so it can't be a woman's world because they're not going to give it up, especially to a black woman. Let's just be honest. Half of the reasons why things is the way they are because women, this is with black women, white women, any race of woman, women pretty much go off their emotions. And if you can go off your emotions, somebody can easily tame you to be what they want you to be. So that was pretty much the plan. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But that pretty much was the plan. So you got to look at it like this. Instead of saying, well, black women, it's a woman's world, how come we just can't work together and make it our world? Okay, Ice, I see you, bro. Well, maybe next time. I'll be up there Sunday from 9:30 to 1:30. So if you can make it, I'll be up there, brother. But I do understand things do come up, and you're a busy dude. How come we just can't get along together and try to make the best of it? Why is that? No one knows. But I'll give you my intake on it. And here we go. It's too much competitive in the black community because women trying to outshine men in certain situations. Men are trying to outshine women in certain situations. And instead of us just working together and try to build and get back to the old ways and worship the one true God, we sit and put each other down. These podcasts are out, well, every podcast you see, they're pretty much out for a reason, and this pretty much pointing the finger at this or that. The women say, we don't need men anymore. The men say, what, we don't need women anymore. We don't need women anymore. Women say we don't need men anymore. And why is that? It's because in some points of life, some aspects of life, it's not always cut and dry. You have a lot of excuse me, you have a lot of good single black women out here, black sisters that raise their kids up right. I'm not gonna go that far and say, well, they raise their kids, they don't need the father, because every child, boy or girl, needs both parents. Like I said before, you don't have to be a live-in father or a live-in mother to help raise your kid the right way. You can be miles away, but if you embedded that child with the way to go, you did it. You can only do a good job so far. It's up to the child. When they get older, it's up to the child to take it and run with it and go about what you taught them. But it can't be, well, I heard a woman yesterday in the podcast saying black man let us down because it all had something to do with slavery. Y'all gave us to the white man. That never happened. In that case, they would have came and took all the women and left all the men. It wasn't no picks and chooses when it came to slavery. They came over there, they took damn near all of us, and the ones they didn't take, they deleted. So you got to be careful, because people will hear this and believe it and fall into the trap. And it's not about that. It's not about, well, y'all sold us to the white man for slavery. No. We all went into slavery. We all went into captivity, whether you like it or not. We had no say in it anyway, because their weapons were more advanced than our weapons. Meaning, we didn't have guns where we were at. They came over there with guns and whips and all type of stuff. We couldn't. There's nothing we can do with that. There's nothing we can do with that. I don't care how you look at it. Remember the movie Shaka Zulu? They fought the British, I think, and they still lost. So it was a good movie though. But until our sisters can stand on their own 2 feet and be a woman and say, well, you know what? We can't make it. See, the thing that it is about being human is this. We can't make it in this world without each other. I know a lot of people, a lot of men say, I don't need a woman. I'm this, I'm that. A lot of women say, well, I'm an independent black woman. I don't need a man. But like I said before, we can say what we want to say, into the deaf ear, or to a fool, it may sound good. But there's one thing you can't do. You can't go against the grain of God. If he made it that way, remember Adam, he saw that Adam was bored. Adam was lonely. He put Adam to sleep. Bam, Adam woke up. Ta-da, there go Eve. What did he tell Eve? I'm going to make, you are Adam's helpmeet. So you have to depend on each other. There's no sense in brothers running a coop, get mad at women because they don't want things to go your way all the time. You can't have it your way all the time. Instead of sitting and compromising or try to work things out, we just flat a coop. And it's the same thing with the sisters. They flat a coop. How many sisters we heard say, I don't need a man? The reason why women say that is because we were taught and bred to hate our own culture. That's why I use the phrase, not all, but some. A lot of women hate men, just like a lot of men hate women. But you find more hate on the woman's side. It shouldn't have to be like that. It's like that, but it shouldn't. And I know a lot of women will say it, but they really don't mean it. But I'm talking about the ones that really mean it, that say, I hate men. Men is nothing. We can do this without them. We can be bad by ourselves. Sweetie, let's just be honest. Men built the world. Men built the jobs you go to. Men built the railroad, put the pavement on the ground for you to drive your car. Men built airplanes. These are men architects that did this. Men build tall skyscrapers and stuff. Now, sure, by the days changing, women do have a part in that, but I'm talking about the stuff that's already here, when women wasn't allowed to work like that. So we have to be careful when we say stuff like that, because me, I'm a black man. I get mad like any other black man do, and I say things that sometimes is crazy like any other black man do, but that's just what you call being human. But I would never tell a woman, I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you. No, because if I'm planning on spending my life with that woman, I'm going to need her, whether we like it or not. That's why I say we can't go against the grain what the Most High did. He made us to need, He didn't make us to want each other. He made us to need each other in certain situations. That's why when a man and a woman have a child and a baby comes forth, it don't just say parent. It says parents with has an S at the end because the child needs both parents. So if the child needs both parents, the father needs the mother needs the father. That's just the way it is. And no matter how much we try, we can try to look over it. We can't go against the grain because it's already been embedded. And a lot of us just play cock of the walk. Don't say stuff you don't mean. I don't I will never say something like, black women is worthless. They ain't nothing. We should all get together and delete them because they the problem. No. What? First of all, I don't want to I don't want to get locked up. I like my freedom. So, no, if that's what they want to do and you can't get to them in a positive way, hey, look, so be it. Same thing with the guys. Women, if that ain't the ones y'all want and you can't get them in a positive way, so be it. But don't just put your life in the basket of he has to do this for me, because nobody has to do nothing for anybody. The way of the world and the law is this. You only do for your husband and your wife. So to the girlfriends that's out there, they get mad because their boyfriends don't pay their bills. The hell with you. Same way with the guys. If y'all get mad, the woman don't pay y'all bills. The hell with them. There's no problem with helping somebody. But if you want this $500 every month and you got to pay my bills and I don't live with you, that's a problem. If you move in with a woman, which you're not supposed to, I'm just saying, if you move in with a woman, fellas, you are not obligated to pay all her bills just because you moved in. Once again, that's why back in the days, old school people didn't believe in shacking up, because if you shack up, sure, if you shack up with somebody, you're supposed to pay half the bills. You probably can split it down the middle. Or you pay the light bill, I pay the gas bill. We both go in on the internet bill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, anything like that. But I've heard a lot of women say, if a guy move in with me, he got to pay the bills. Baby, you know what? I ain't got no problem helping pay the bills. No, not helping me pay the bills. Pay the bills. Now, where all that just come from? Or you the man, you supposed to provide. No, we only provide when you say I do and we get married and under one roof and under God. Then I'm supposed to pay all the bills. But they're not your bills. They're our bills. We live in this house together. That's how it's supposed to be. But somewhere down the line, somebody dropped the ball. You don't never pay a woman's bill, all her bills. I don't care. I don't care if they $3 a month. No, those are her bills, because if she didn't meet you, or let's just say if she was never known a man and she was on this earth for 30 some years and she was paying her bills the right way by herself, let her continue to do it. Now she probably say, babe, you know what? Man, this light bill hit me hard. Can you help me? Not a problem. Or if he's coming over there and he's hooking up, come on guys, you know how we do. We take our games everywhere we go. And it's not just me. You know what? Hey, and y'all together like that, maybe here go a couple of bucks for the bill. Simple. But don't ever get it in your head that men are supposed to be just providers for something that don't provide for them back, because a lot of women want the job, want the word provider to live on within them, but they don't give nothing in return. If you ask the average woman, what is a job for a man? She'll say to provide, to pay the bills, which is fine, take care of the household, which is fine if you're married, but let's just say if he's not married. Push provide. No, he don't push provide for you. Okay, fine. Okay, just say for argument's sake, okay, bam, provide. What are you going to do in return? You know what they're going to say? I'll cook. No, you're not going to cook, because I live in my own house. I mean, you're going to call my house every day to cook for me. Well, I'll try to be the best girlfriend. No, I'm giving you got to give back to me. That's how energy works. That's how energy works, people. So, guys, don't be a fool for no woman. For my beautiful black sisters, don't be a fool for no man, because men wear what they want on their chest. Women will have what they want. There's a lot of good men out here, but sisters have a tendency to trample over them because they say they broke. You don't get with nobody just because they don't have money. All my relationships, I've never been with a woman that I never been a woman. They be like, and I'll be like, well, you know what? They broke. I ain't gonna hang with them. No, it's the character I like, their personality, their sense of humor. That's what you go by. But now this day and age, and the men do the same thing. I ain't gonna deal with no broke woman. That's her money, man. That's her money. She get up every day. She get in her car. She drive off to work. She probably work 8 or 12 hours a day. She come home, hit repeat. Same thing, hit repeat. And you there just leeching. But you have a job, but you're not spending none of your money. No, man, that's her money. Now, like I said before, there's nothing wrong if you're in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with helping each other out. That builds a strong relationship because that guy know no matter what happens, she got my back. She know no matter what happens, he got my back. And no, I'm not talking about always financial, because we as a black people, we got that bad. I ask you for something, if I ask you for something, you can't even do it. No, what about the moral support I gave you? What about the time I talked you off the freaking ledge? What about some time I talk some sense to you and stop you from doing something crazy? That's support. Because money come and go. We prioritize the wrong things, man. No. I could care less if my woman was a billionaire, a millionaire, or just a basic woman. Because it's her money. If she want to do something for me, by all means, knock yourself out. But I'm not gonna demand her. I'm your guy. You gotta do this. You gotta buy this for me. No. You gotta buy me these jewels. You gotta put these 30s on my car. We've all been there. When I say been there, I don't mean necessarily us. When I'm saying been there, we all know, probably all know people that did stuff like this. I knew a lot of dudes that would talk like that to their girls. Man, the hell with her. When she get this check, she gonna give me this and such. Well, I'll just ask the other bro. If that's your platonic girlfriend, you shouldn't be asking her, nobody else for anything. If that's your platonic boyfriend and it's just you two, you shouldn't have 5 guys on the side. Well, if my man don't do it, they will. And then when he finds out, the first thing you can say, well, you wasn't there. No, you don't go into a relationship thinking stuff is not going to work. Because whether we like it or not, when we step out of our relationships and ask other men or other women for money, you disrespect the person you're with. So that's why the black community is going to a dying light, because nobody's here to teach us. And it's not the young ones, it's the old ones too. I see a bunch of old. I was on a bus today with a bunch of old men that was talking so disrespectful about women. Not the women on the bus, the women they mess around with. Just saying all type of stuff. I'm like, and I'm 48. These guys were like 57. I'm just sitting there like, damn, this is crazy, man. And they were loud about it. Women was on the bus, kids were on the bus, men were on the bus. The guy had to turn around and be like, man, why don't y'all chill out, man? Y'all got sisters on this bus. Oh man, we sorry, but man, you know how it is. He like, no, I don't know how it is. Sometimes men put all women in the same category. A man know a good woman when he sees one, just like a woman know a good man when he sees one. And I can flip the script, because sometimes women put all men in the same category. That's where you get the phrase, all men are dogs. All men are this. All men are that. All men aren't dogs. All women aren't whores or bees or sluts or thoughts. No, you have pretty decent women out there. You do. But it's the mentality and the stuff that we see all the time. That's what triggers that alarm and say, well, all y'all some thoughts. All y'all some hoes. Y'all just want niggas money. And sometimes the road is very, the lichen, the pickings is slim on the road or on the tree, but sometimes you get a good woman. Sometimes you get a good man. Because our parents, well, not all of our parents, are the parents that then teach the kids right. We had this podcast already. They teach their daughters, get your man with money. Date him. If he don't show you no value in him, leave him. Meaning, if he can't afford you, if he don't pay on the first date, the girlfriend I have now, when we first met, she took me out. She didn't say, well, you're taking me out. She came to me and said, hey, I want to take you out. There's nothing wrong with that. There was never nothing wrong with that. But now, the world is so twisted, a woman won't even break a sweat to talk to you if you don't take them out and spend a couple of $100 on them. And then you say, no, baby, I don't get down like that. They was like, well, you're a broke nigga. I don't deal with broke niggas. So you already know where their mind is, man. Their mindset is not in a woman's mindset. You got just like I said earlier, you got a lot of crazy women out here. Just like you got a lot of crazy men. I would never play the level the playing field and just say all women is crazy. I would never do that because I know women and I know men. I know a lot of men that did some pretty stupid stuff to women. I know a lot of. We all were young. All of us didn't start off, bam, just hit 40. We were preteens, we were teenagers, we was not 20s, we were not 30s. But nobody's going to leave this world without getting the game played on. Let's just be honest. People are going to cheat. Women going to cheat, just like men going to cheat. But it's the lesson you learn when you grow up. Hey, I did this. I ain't going to do this no more. Same thing with the women. I did this. I ain't going to do it no more. Because if you cheat on a man, cheating on a man is way different than a woman cheating on a man. Yeah. If a man cheats on a woman, she forgive him. She'll never forget. She'll never forget. She'll try to forget it, but sometimes it'll be in the back of her head. But if a woman cheats on a man that he really loves, you're pretty much useless to him now, because you broke that guy's trust. When I was coming up, my nephews used to talk to me. Tony, he talked to me all the time. And I'm not saying my nephew was an angel. Nobody's an angel, because like I said before, we all grew up. He always told me this, and it stayed with me in my head. He said the difference is when women cheat on men and men cheat on women, a man, it's hard for a man to let it go, because remember, men are visual. Don't no man want to put in his head that another man is on top of his girlfriend. That's where it go wrong at. Yeah, Jonathan, there you go, man. And I've said this before. Don't ever put your trust in people. Only put your trust in the Lord. Because humans will let you down. Trust me, I'm one of them. I know. I've been there. A couple of us been there. A whole lot of us been there. People you think got your back, they don't have your back. So we need to stop the man war, a man against the sister, the brothers against the sister war, and the sisters against the brother war. Because if you be honest about the whole thing, let's just call a spade, we're both wrong in this. It's not just the women that crowd and say, the men left us, and it's not just the men that crowd and say, y'all dresses is too tight. No, you gotta meet halfway. There's some truth in that, and there's a line in it, because all men didn't leave women. Just like all women don't wear tight clothes and have a smart mouth. I notice the pickings are slim, because we know how black sisters are, but you still have good women out there. A woman can't say, hey, I was watching a podcast earlier, and it was 3 women. Well, 2 guests in the host. Well, so yeah, still 3. But she was asking these girls, about children. And this is how some mothers raise their kids. Raise their daughters. She was like, yeah, I want kids. Who don't want kids? I think kids is, me personally, I think kids are a beautiful thing if you do it right. Even if you do it wrong, they're still a beautiful thing. She said, yeah, I want kids. I don't want a husband, but I want kids. So girl was like, so what do you mean? She said, I go out there and get pregnant, but I don't want a husband. Where do you think she heard that from? Nobody told her, get a husband first, then you can have babies. She simply said, no, I want kids, but no, I don't want no husband. So now guess what that is? You know those podcasts, because I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Let's just call right. There's podcasts out there when men be talking about women and say, and a lot of women say, well, you know what, a single mom, I didn't choose to be a single mama. If you hear stuff like that, that means you chose to be a single mother, because you said, I don't want a husband, I just want a baby. So you chose to be a single mother. It's common sense. Me personally, I wish that no woman can have a single, no woman should be a single mother. I think that all men should raise their kids. I think that all men should be there for their kids. Now, it might work from you, from him, and the mother. It might not, but still raise your kids. I think single parents should have a connection or understanding with each other until that child gets grown. Because no matter how we look at it, kids are always going to look up to you no matter how old they get. And guess what? When they get older, there you go, Barry. Thanks. I'm sorry. Ice, my bad, man. Yeah, kids need a father. And I can't stress that enough. And Ice, I appreciate you for saying that, brother. You hit the hammer. You hit the nail right on the head, bro. Women, stop telling y'all kids, your daddy ain't nothing, you don't need him, because you can't take the place of a father. You are a mother. Kids need, I don't care if it's a son or a daughter or if you got both, kids need their father. You know how many times I've seen on TV shows, podcasts, people actually talking to me, just say, hey, I didn't know my father. I grew up without my father. My father was a no good nigga. He was this and that, until they meet the father. And the father said, well, you know what? It wasn't me. Your mama cheated on me and left me for the other dude. I sent I sent child support. I did this. I wanted to see you. She just packed up and left. How do you think that kid's gonna feel about the mother? Wasn't so long ago. I said this a year ago. When the mother, well, the boy, he's 25 now. He was like, I hate my dad. I never wanted to see my dad. My dad was a no good nigga until I met him. So he went back and asked his mama, why did you lie to me about my father? The boy said his mama hung up the phone in his face. And he talked to his father. He had his father on, like to do the Zoom thing. The father was there. He like, man, I paid child support. He got the receipts. I tried to see you. She said no. He went over there to look for his son. The mama packed the son up and moved way across to the other side of the world until he got older. Now guess what? The woman he loved so much, the son, turned around. Remember what I said? The obsession turns love to anger. Now he hates his mama. She brought that on herself. Only person can forgive her is that son. You see, I'm not mad at her, but I hate what she did. All this time, she had me thinking my dad was crap. The man was actually looking for his kid. That's social media. I've heard situations like this, like I'm talking to y'all. I heard one-on-one conversations like this. You can't go around and be mother of the year and you not allowing your kid to see his father or her father just because he don't work off your steam. Oh, your daddy this, your daddy that. Then when the kid grow up, because when kids grow up, guess what? They ask for their fathers. Where my dad at? Oh, blah, blah, this, and the other. And God forbid, one day, she might meet her father, and he tell her a whole different story. She like, man, but mama said you did. No, baby, it wasn't even like that. I tried. So that's why it's important for kids to know their fathers. Women, stop doing that. Because you don't, although it's in both classes, in the woman class and the man class, but you don't hear men doing that like that. It's pretty much the women. So you got to stop doing it, because that's an evil thing you're doing. And whether you like it or not, you got to get paid for it. We all got to get paid for it. The evil things we do, we all got to get paid for it. No matter how we look at it, no matter how we crunch it, no matter how we do, man. There's a lot of good men out here, like I said before. There's a hell of a lot of good men out here, just like a hell of a lot of good women out here. Just because a man have problems in his life, that don't make him a bad person. Just because a woman have problems in her life, that don't make her bad. We can't always say, man, these hoes crazy. Maybe, maybe not. Women can't always say all men are dogs. Remember what I told you guys. All men are dogs. Just stop. Now they say, well, you know what? It's not all men, it's some men. They just started saying that about 5-6 years ago. Remember, they considered us all dogs because we didn't fit their criteria. So that's what happened. You already know what time it is, man. This your boy Pico the City Brown. I'm out of here. Oh, there go the mic again. I'm sorry about the 8 o'clock thing, man. But check it out. Hit my YouTube channel, Pico City Brown 101 Talk, PTSD. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. TikTok, Pico City. Instagram, Pico38. Hit the follow button on those two. Like I always say, man, keep God first. Pray more because we need the Lord more today than we need him yesterday. I love you guys. Don't forget. Thank you, Miss Parker. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for that. Ice, I appreciate you, man. Chicago, you already know, brother. Number love for you, man. Venus, I saw you on here. Angelica, Ice, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here, man. I go get me something to eat. I'm starving. Don't forget, hit that like button. Share the content. This your boy, Pico the City Brown, saying take care of yourself and each other. I'm out of here. God bless you all.